right, it is January 2nd, and we've got 6 games in the NBA today here on this NBA Thursday. I guess the big game tonight, definitely between Los Angeles Clippers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The best team, obviously, in the NBA being the OKC Thunder. Take on the Clippers. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander taking on his former team. I understand he hasn't played there in years, but it is what it is. I think that's the biggest game today. We also got the Warriors taking on the 76ers on TNT. You got the Timberwolves and the Celtics on TNT as well. But, of course, the NBA doesn't put the best team in the NBA with the best player in the NBA on prime time. No, they put them on NBA League Pass against the Clippers. It's ridiculous. The Clippers team, by the way, that's been hot this season. I get it. They lose some games, but I mean, man, it's just, why aren't the Thunder on TNT every night? We gotta promote the guy who should be winning the MVP this season. That's all I'm saying. And folks, if you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily NBA predictions here on the channel. Earlier today, we posted our college basketball predictions, as well as our college basketball best bets, along with our Tax-Slayer Gator Bowl prediction. Why? Because, of course, the Notre Dame game, our NFL predictions are up on the channel as well. That's make sure to check that one out. Anyways, why? Because obviously, the Notre Dame and Georgia game got postponed to today. So our full college football bowl predictions, the video that was originally scheduled for January 2nd is now on January 3rd. So we got the Gator Bowl prediction in the college basketball best bet video. Additionally, again, we'll have the rest and the remainder of the college football bowl games predictions, plus the playoffs and the FCS championship game on January 3rd, which is tomorrow, instead, of course, today. So, anyways, let's get into the first of our 6 NBA predictions for today. We start things off in Miami, Florida. For the Miami Heat and the Indiana Pacers, we are taking the Indiana Pacers. Indiana. Every time I think they're back, right? I get my hopes up with Indiana, right? They go on that little run. They sweep the West Coast. Obviously, Suns, Warriors, Kings. Lose the Thunder, choke that game away. Lose to the Celtics, all right. But then beat the Celtics. We think, we're back. And then they lose and choke an 18-point lead in the third quarter to the Bucks, or in the second half of the Bucks. I just don't understand. It's just sometimes, we're back. And then they just fall apart. I legitimately think it's based around the play of Tyrese Halliburton. I still think it is. I think if Tyrese is more consistent, I think this team would be so much better. I really think so, guys. The game that they won in Boston, Tyrese puts up 31 points. That's why I said, he's back. All-star, he's back. The Bucks game, he shoots 16% from beyond the arc, and he scores 12 points. Sure, again, 7 boards, 7 assists, and that's probably the worst assist game Tyrese is ever going to have, 7 assists. But the scoring needs to be more consistent, and that all starts with Tyrese just taking more shots. He needs to take more. He needs to be more ball hungry rather than, I'm gonna pass out. Let me get my 10 assists per game. That's great and all, but that will just come with Tyrese scoring and commanding more attention on defense. Because right now, a lot of teams know he's not gonna shoot the ball. I don't know. I think they can go on the run and beat Miami here. The Heat, I know they've won back-to-back. They beat Houston, but the Rockets suck. And they beat the New Orleans Pelicans, and the Pelicans, again, suck too. And, the Rockets, it is what it is, right? Beating the Mavericks the other night, or last night, whatever. The Rockets are still not good. They're still going to be a play-in team, at best, okay? The Rockets are still horrible, okay? Miami, nobody's really hurt for this team. Oh, Rozier's suspended, isn't he? Is Rozier still suspended? I think he is. I believe Terry Rozier's suspended. Yes. No, he's back. Wait. No, okay. He did play the Tuesday game, I think. Wait. I'm trying to get this right. He got suspended for what he did on Sunday, but he did play on yesterday against the Pelicans. Okay, yeah, no Rozier tonight. It is what it is. Again, it's not like Terry Rozier is going to really affect this game. It's going to be, obviously, Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo for the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler is just kind of just around, and I get it. Again, Jimmy's put this team on his back for years. And it looks like he's on the way out, but every time I say that, it looks like he's not on the way out. I don't know what's happening with Jimmy Butler. I think the Pacers actually win this basketball game. I know historically the Pacers have been really bad against the Miami Heat, but this year, 1-1, Indiana won the first game. Both of them were in Indianapolis. Miami wins the first, where they just shot lights out, literally couldn't miss shots. Bam Adebayo had probably his best night of the year, I'd say, in that basketball game, and then Indiana got their get back in the second one on November 17th. Again, though, it's just the ride we go on with the Pacers. Oh, we're back. Oh, actually, never mind. Oh, we're back. Oh, no, just can't do it. I think Indiana's got this one. I think and I hope. Again, I really think it's dependent on Tyrese Halliburton. So, Tyrese Halliburton, have a big night. That's all I'm saying. If Tyrese has a big night, we're good. Give me the Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton and the guys. And you know Siakam's going to show up. So it's just a matter of if again, Tyrese can actually play solid basketball. Give me the Pacers at plus money, plus 110, plus 1.5. Next up, we go to the first of two on the TNT doubleheader. We're talking about the Boston Celtics taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Give me the Boston Celtics on the road. Minnesota's coming off an 8-point loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I don't know if I'm just getting NBA centiled, if you know the Twitter account, but I saw a tweet today saying Anthony Edwards was, saying how deserving Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was of the MVP, and I agree. If that was a real quote, I agree. But then I saw someone quote tweet it and say, quote tweeted it with a Russell Westbrook quote saying, I don't know who that bum is or whatever about Steph Curry when those two guys were trying to win the MVP. And just the conversation starter was, I remember when this league wasn't soft, and I kind of agree, but it's how, okay, and someone made a good point about Anthony Edwards. Whenever a player does, Ant will always compliment players that do kind of outplay him. And that's what happened in the OKC Minnesota game. But the thing is, all right, guys, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I'll save my little Shai Gilgeous-Alexander daily rant in a couple minutes here. But, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander does that to a lot of basketball players, right? He makes a lot of guys just look normal defensively because of how good he is and how efficiently he can score the basketball, all right? But for Minnesota, right, they lose to OKC. All right, they were up big on OKC. The Thunder come storming back, and the Thunder win the basketball game. Again, that's just how good OKC is. That's just how good Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the guys are. It is what it is. Thing is, Boston's going to come in here and beat the Timberwolves. They will. They're coming off the biggest blowout in TD Garden history, in Boston history. The Celtics blowing out the Raptors 125-71. Boston's been shaky recently. They have, right? They've lost 3 out of their last 5, losing to Orlando, Philadelphia, winning one against the Pacers, losing one against the Pacers, and then beating the Toronto Raptors. If you want to stretch that that streak back, that's the worst way to put it. Anyways, they've lost 5 of 9 is what I was trying to get to there. I'm taking the Boston Celtics though to win this game. Porzingis has been hurt and Kristaps is questionable for this game. Jaylen Brown's questionable. I'm pretty sure Brown's going to play. The one that I'm not completely sure about is going to be Porzingis, but I would anticipate Jaylen Brown to play, and I think we'll get Kristaps for this game as well. Again, it's a nationally televised game. The Celtics should get up for this one, and I think they should be able to beat Minnesota. It's really, again, Anthony Edwards has been struggling recently. I know he put up 20 points in the Thunder game, but he wasn't all that great in that OKC game. Yes, he hit the game winner, the buzzer beater against the Rockets, but he had a really poor game prior to that. Same thing in that narrow victory they got over the San Antonio Spurs. Yeah, give me the Boston Celtics to take care of business on the road here in Minnesota and beat the Timberwolves. Next up, we go to, by far, the largest spread of the day. We go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Brooklyn Nets. We're taking the Milwaukee Bucks to win and cover the 14.5. And why am I doing that? Because the Brooklyn Nets let everybody down last night, losing to the Toronto Raptors, a team who hadn't won a game in about a month. They lose 130-113 up in the 6 against the Raptors. That's not good. Scotty Barnes dropped 33 points on them. I know, again, Cam Thomas didn't play, so Cameron Johnson literally is forced to do everything when Cam Johnson doesn't play, just because that's how bad the Nets are, and they've already sold off DFS. They've already sold off Shake Milton, I guess, who kind of played some, and they obviously got rid of Dennis Schroeder. Now, D'Lo didn't play that game for Brooklyn against Toronto. I was thinking he was going to. I don't know if D'Lo's playing this game now. Is he? Oh, D'Lo, wait. Never mind, D'Lo just didn't start. My fault. D'Lo just didn't start the Raptors game. Still dropped 22 off the bench, so great for D'Angelo Russell. He's back in Brooklyn. I don't think he'll be here for long. So he didn't start over Ben Simmons, which is odd because Ben Simmons, put up a big 2 points and 6 assists. And then you have D'Lo, who did play more minutes, 22 points and 8 assists off the bench. Yeah, D'Lo should be probably starting over Ben Simmons, but it is what it is. I think D'Lo can actually kind of succeed in Brooklyn. Regardless, they got blown out by 30 points against the Raptors. Now second half of a back-to-back, taking on the Bucks. Giannis is playing, Dame's playing. That means the Nets lose and they get blown out. Give me the Milwaukee Bucks to blow out the Brooklyn Nets in Milwaukee. Minus 14.5, minus 1,000 on the money line. Give me the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay. Here's the best player in the NBA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I don't know if you guys have seen the guy on TikTok who reads poems daily to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander before every game. I hope there's one for this game. I mean, it's some funny stuff, you know. Okay, it's a little zesty, but you know, the poem goes: Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh God, I'm already blanking. Oh my goodness. Oh, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh how sweet. If you score over 30, I'll give you a treat. Now it's a little, yeah. It's a joke, it's satire, so it is what it is. Shai laughs at it, you know, and it's real tough, man. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is just a tough basketball player. Okay, Shai glazing aside, I do think the Thunder beat the Los Angeles Clippers here. Minus 9.5, I think they cover it as well. The Clippers have been on the road for a very long time now. They went to New Orleans, they got blown out in San Antonio the other night. Now they got to continue on the road and take on the best team in the NBA. I think this is capping off their road trip. I think they're home after this. Yes, they come home to play the Hawks on Saturday. So it's just a really long road trip for the Clippers. And I think, again, they were on the second half of a back-to-back and that Spurs lost. They beat the Pelicans barely. They had to go down to the wire against New Orleans, and they did win the basketball game, so great on them. But they looked really bad in the Spurs game. They just got out-hustled the entire game. Just kind of felt like that team didn't want to be there. James Harden dropped 17 points, led them in scoring that night. But yeah, it was just a pretty piss-poor performance from the Los Angeles Clippers. OKC should be able to just dominate this basketball game. Again, the Thunder guys have not lost, I keep saying it, they have not lost a regular season basketball game since December 1st. It is now over a month since the Thunder have lost a counted basketball game. The Bucks game does not count. It is not, that's not for a record. So OKC will continue to win. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, this 5-game stretch. The win over the Wizards, 41 points. Win over the Pacers, 45 points. Win over the Hornets, 22 points. The win over the Grizzlies, 35 points. The win over the Timberwolves, 40 points. MVP this man. Give him the MVP. 31.5 points a night. On the league's best team without their other all-star Chet Holmgren. Come on now. Come on. SGA, what a guy. SGA, best player in the NBA. They'll cover the 9.5 and they'll win outright as well. Next up, we go to Golden State, San Francisco, California. The Golden State Warriors take on the Philadelphia 76ers. Guys, the Sixers suck. Sixers suck. There's no other way to put it. Guys, they were winning. I know they covered yesterday against the Kings. Woohoo. Plus 6.5. We actually called that one right on the button. Kings win, Sixers cover. No, I don't care. The Sixers suck, man. This team. I just got done watching this game, and I'm not gonna lie. I got greedy. I played them live at halftime. I got plus 150 on them. I was like, you know what? It's a tie game. Kings kind of suck. Give me the Sixers. No, I should have followed my own advice from yesterday. But I was watching that game. I was like, man, Paul George's going off. Like, give me Philly here. Okay, guys, this team was up. What was the score? It was 107-98 with 3 minutes left to go. You know what the final score was? Again, it was 107-98 Sixers with 3 minutes to go. The final score was 113-107 for the Kings. Paul George, you were unclutch. Paul George, you scored 30 points, and you couldn't deliver us 2 points at the end of the game, or literally just, they couldn't stop turning the ball over at the end. It was an embarrassing display of basketball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, I think Joel Embiid is going to play this basketball game against the Warriors. I would anticipate him to. It was an injury management rest purposes why he didn't play the Kings, so I'd assume he's going to play the Warriors, which is great. Kelly Oubre, I think, might be back too. I'm not sure, but definitely Joel Embiid's going to play. And I get it, guys. I've been calling the Warriors' downfall for the longest time. But you know what? If the Sixers look that bad at the end of 4 quarters against the Kings, what's going to happen on a second half of a back-to-back? Give me the Warriors. I know we've been calling on the downfall, but no, give me Golden State. Now, as long as Curry plays, and as long as Draymond plays, the Warriors will win. If Curry doesn't play, it's wraps. If Curry doesn't play, it's going to be brutal for the Warriors, even against the Sixers team who struggles a lot. But no, the Sixers, again, I don't like them on a second half of a back-to-back. I think the Warriors are the better basketball team, especially with Philly. Again, the game being in San Francisco and with Philly just playing yesterday, give me Golden State to pick up the victory. They are 16-16, but I do like the Warriors in this spot. Again, just something about that fourth quarter with Philly, man. Not scoring in the last 3 minutes of that basketball game. Again, up by 9 with 3 minutes, and they literally didn't score. I can't take that team. Give me Golden State to win at home. We're only getting 2.5. I think that's good value, honestly. Give me the Warriors, -2.5, -135 on the money line as well. Let's go to our final game of the night. We go to Los Angeles, California. The Los Angeles Lakers take on the Portland Trail Blazers. Give me the Lakers, okay? Give me the Lakers, and they should blow out the Blazers. LeBron James at 40 years old, right? What does LeBron James do at 40 years old against one of the best teams in the NBA, the Cavs? Well, real quick, shout out to Austin Reeves, 35 points. Reeves is playing his mind out right now. I mean, Reeves, the Lakers looking for a third star. It's right here. It's AR. Anyways, LeBron, 23, 7, and 4 as a 40-year-old basketball player. LeBron puts up 23, AD puts up 28, AR puts up 35, and they still lose because nobody else on this team could score more than 10 points. Shake Milton, I think, is going to be solid. Guys, is it bad I'm already scared about Dorian Finney-Smith? Why am I getting a feeling that DFS is not going to be able to hit a 3 for this team? Legitimately, I'm getting concerned. I know it's one game, but man, it's just something happens when guys come to LA and all of a sudden, oh, these guys can't hit their shots no more. I don't know. I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned. They'll beat the crap out of Portland, guys. Portland's horrible. Like, I usually never feel good about the Lakers on a spread. No, they'll beat the crap out of the Trailblazers. They beat the crap out of the Trailblazers all year long last year, and they'll do it again. Portland's coming off a 22-point loss at home to the Philadelphia 76ers. They are a very streaky team. They are. Jeremy Grant, is he out? Jeremy Grant is out. He's got a face injury. He's out for this game. And now Jeremy Grant can either be really, really good or really horrible for the Blazers. So that's it's a two-sided coin right there. Again, the team's led by Anthony Simons, Shaden Sharp. I get it. They're shooting out those guys. Give me the Lakers. Lakers should cover the 9.5. I don't think this game is particularly close. I think it's another big AR night. I think it's a big AR night. I think it is a LeBron, a dominant LeBron James performance as well. So we do get our trademark 2025 LeBron James huge, night. Oh, LeBron's still doing it in the big 2025. I think LeBron scores 30 plus. AR gets things done as well. And the Lakers win this basketball game and cover the 9.5 points against the Portland Trail Blazers. So folks, thank y'all for watching our daily NBA predictions here on January 2nd. If you have not yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba